Well, welcome back, guys.
We're back at last in the van.
Yay, we're off on the road. I can't wait.
Yeah, sadly not to Europe, but we had to move our plans back a little bit in the year. But anyway, we're getting a few days away in the beautiful North Wales.
We are. We're going to the Llyn Peninsula. Never been there before, but apparently it's spectacular. So we're looking forward to seeing the coastline there, and it's quite mountainous apparently.
Yeah.
And when you look at that bit that sticks out at the top of North Wales, I don't associate that with it being quite mountainous, but apparently it is. So
yeah,
looking forward to that.
Yeah, not far from the old name Snowdonia mountain range, are we?
No, we're not far from there.
Ireri, I think it's new pronunciation is. Yeah, so really thoroughly looking forward to just a couple of 3 nights away. Found a nice little farm. I think we're going to stay on if we can navigate down the windy lanes of North Wales, but with Peggy on the back, of course. But I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, so we'll be getting around on Peggy. We will be filming some wonderful scenery, so hopefully you'll enjoy the film.
Yeah, absolutely. And first and foremost, of course, the journey. See you on the road, guys, at last. And well, indeed, look at that. Clear skies. What? It just has to be done, doesn't it? So we're going to do that 3-day escape up to the Llyn Peninsula, North Wales. So it's been a sort of flat out getting everything loaded, and we're going to take Peggy as well. So she's been added to the back there. Got her new cover from Covers for All. Remember that film on the channel? Heading up to get the new cover, which seems to fit really well. Done a slightly different strapping system on the trailer, just using a couple of big ratchets to pull the whole bike forward into its tyre holder, which is at the front there, and keep that pressure forward into the tyre placement. So that all seemed to fit really well, but we can no doubt give that a check after the first few miles to make sure everything's staying where it should do. Done the lights, done the tyre checks on the trailer, as it hasn't been used for a little while. So yeah, definitely a first few miles checking of trailer to make sure it's been okay, although it's been indoors in the garage. So, and I normally keep it a bit of lithium grease sprayed all over it, so all over the moving parts, I should say. So fingers crossed that will do us proud. We've put I've swapped to a 12k I think it is, 12 and a 6 in there. We're using up our gas supplies because coming soon, hopefully, will be a Gaslow system that we're planning on putting in. So we're using up our bottled gas, of which I just had that 13 left in the garage. We've been loading a few clothes because it's only 3 nights, so it feels like we're going away for months, but it is only 3 nights. And but thoroughly looking forward to it, as we haven't been able to get away. Circumstances have meant we've had to obviously move our big trip away in spring, and so we're just going to try and get ourselves away, a few UK getaways, while we've got a few days here and there to do that. So already departure in the morning, hoping for more of the same. We're early May, second week in May, stunning weather, been in the 20s today here down in Tenby, so thoroughly looking forward to a bit more of the same a bit further up in North Wales. Garden's looking absolutely fantastic, everything's come out all at once, as it does, and generally it's a fab day to be on the road tomorrow. So garage is filled. We've got the new chairs and table and their new covers, which worked really well. Only needed a single bungee then to hold them on the back wall, and then we've got only got 3 of the 4 boxes because we don't need everything, and that just slide that back in, and that's given us a great bit of extra storage, or a bit of freed up a bit of the capacity to stack things like that. So that's proven really useful. Of course, the awning mat has got to be on board. So we're about there. Thermal screen, just got to lob that in, and we're another absolutely stonking day forecast is 20 degrees for the next 3 or 4 days across Wales, so thoroughly looking forward to it. Let's get on the road.
So whilst on our trip to the Llyn Peninsula, I'm going to be using my app. If you look at a new app, yeah. If you ever look at my other film, I've explained in detail what the app does and all of its features. So have a look at that. There are links below as well in this film to the app. It's available on for iOS and Android. So I hope you like it. I'm just going to be using it now. Going through a pre-departure checklist as we're off to the Llyn Valley.
What a star, eh? App producer, extraordinaire. Well, have a look at this.
Okay, so you'll see from the last film that I did about the app, when I went into more detail, that there are various checklists. So I'm going into our pre-departure checklist now, as we are just about to depart. It's a great reminder because I always forget everything. So
yep, it's an age thing, I'm sure.
Do we have the aerial down? We do, don't we? We've done that.
Yes.
I've secured the cupboards. Fridge. Now, is it on the correct power source? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's on gas at the moment, but when we set off and put the engine on, it will switch to the engine, so that's fine.
And turn the gas off. Yeah.
The gas is off. Heating is off, and water.
Definitely heating off.
Yeah. We shut all the windows. Did we do the roof windows? Yes, we did. Yes, they're all secured. The windscreen blinds. That's not appropriate at the moment because we've not had to disconnect any water pipes. So
no.
I'll get rid of that for the moment because that's not. Well, I'll leave it there. I'll just tick it. Yes, that's done.
And of course, if you don't want any of these particular things on your personalised list, you can remove them and add your own personalised reminders.
You can indeed. And if you just choose to delete all of these, a restore button will appear and you can restore all of the default tasks. Okay, so we've done that one, we've done that one, we've done that one. Bike carrying straps.
Yeah.
Yes, we've done that. We've got our motorbike on the back.
Sat nav, yeah.
Yeah. External lockers, yes, we've done all that. We've looked at the tyres earlier on. We know about those. Yes, we've checked that.
Check the external lights, indicators, yeah. Trailer is actually hooked up and all the lighting's working on that.
Visual walk of empty pitch, well, that's not applicable at the moment.
No, waste.
Yeah, that's not applicable at the moment. That's for when we leave a campsite, really, but okay. We don't have any pets, so we can get that one. Gas levels check, yes, we did that yesterday.
Yeah, it's hooked up a new bottle, yeah.
We're not going abroad, so we don't need to do that.
We don't need to adjust the headlights. Well, I don't know, in North Wales, do you think we need to adjust the headlights?
Well, we might need a passport for that.
Yeah, passport for
different countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we don't need that at the moment. I'm going to add there...
ice cream?
No.
Chocolate ice cream?
No. Door clasps. Door clasps. Door clasps secured, because I always forget to do those.
Oh yes, for the sliding doors, to strap them back. Yeah.
So that's been added there, and I did do that, so that's okay. So thank goodness we've remembered all that.
Grand.
Good. Okay, so that's our pre-departure checklist, and we'll go through some more as we continue on our journey. Fantastic.
I tell you, what an app builder. Have a look at it. Have a look at it. It's dead handy, you know. And of course, one final very quick bit of admin before we go, because it's very important. A big thank you to
Bob Earnshaw, who's a fellow YouTuber. I'm sure many of you will know him.
Yep.
Have a look at his channel. There's a link below to the app which he kindly reviewed for us. So we're very pleased about that. He did a very good review, detailed and very considered as always. So thank you so much, Bob. We very much appreciate you doing that.
Thanks both. Fabulous. remnants of lunch on the road. A bit of tuna mayo, some crackers, and some of these yummy tomatoes. Oh, food of the gods. Did you enjoy your tuna what's it?
I did, yeah. Tuna mayo and onion.
Oh, you lush.
Where are we now?
We are just outside Aberavon. In fact, I'll show.
Lovely view up there.
It is, yes. Dragged into a little lay-by, as you do. And some lovely views, as always. Done a bit of adjustment on Peggy the scoot. She was moving a little bit in her handlebar grips, so we've just made sure they're all tight again. I'm back on the road soon. Got the kettle going. Look at that. 500 watts coming in off the roof to make up for it, make up for the kettle running at dragging 1400 watts on the induction hob there. Fantastic. Filled up with a little bit of water this morning just to get us up to our campsite. So only about 20-25%. Everything seems, after its few weeks of rest, to be firing on all cylinders. Fingers crossed. To our campsite now, here on the Llyn Peninsula. So far it's been beautiful, isn't it, the drive here? Yeah, absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely gorgeous. So we've arrived and it says please wait here and call to book in, so that's exactly what we shall do. Apparently we've got an excellent pitch with some fantastic sea views, so very excited about that. So this lovely gentleman is just leading us to the pitch, which is right in the corner there, and look what we've got just on the horizon there. I mean, couldn't get any better than that, could you?
Fantastic.
Okay, so now we've arrived at the site. I'm going to go back to my app. The links are below. I mentioned it earlier on in the film, and there is another film where I've gone into detail with the app. But now we've arrived at the campsite. This is the arrival setup checklist, and quite a few of these things I've done already, but just an example. I'll go through some of them with you. So access key card or code for the main entrance, we've got that, so I shall tick that off. Site evening closure time, there's none here, so I'll just tick that as done. That's fine. There's quite a few here just to remind you of various things to do. Location of fresh water, very important. We always fill up before we actually pitch up on our little bit of these sites, so always good to look for that first of all. And access codes for the toilet blocks, that's very important too. There isn't any here, so I can just tick that as being done, but as you can see, there's quite a few there to tick off, and hopefully they'll apply to most sites that you pull up onto. And of course, again, you can add your own arrival setup task there as well.
Well, there we are, hidden over in the corner there. What a lovely spot. Just over the horizon there, you're heading for the beach. We're just going to stroll down, have a look at the beach on the first night. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. In the haze in the distance there, probably can't pick them quite out, but got the mountains in the distance there. Very, very nice. You can see the Wi-Fi post here as well. Got some good Wi-Fi on the site, although we're running on our router, so that's also got good reception as well. And then just up there, they've got the shower block, toilets, chemical waste. There's water was just over there. No hose, but just attach your hose if you've and you can screw on one of the tap connectors if you carry them. So a really nice spot. Some of these are seasonal, I think. Chatting to our immediate neighbours. Seasonal. Store them here and then bring them up for the season. I could think of a lot worse places, couldn't you? Lovely. There we go, just gives you a flavour of the facilities. Reviews are really good, said that everything was really clean and tidy, and it looks exactly that. Very nice too. There's your chemical waste drop, and Neil, who showed us to our pitch, a really warm welcome from him. Very nice welcome indeed, and showed us everything and pointed out some of the walks that go down onto the beach across the we're only about probably half a mile, perhaps just over that, down to the beach, which we're going to take you down to now. But then there's a walk that either goes there and back, or you can go around the headland towards Abersoch and come up from there and do a sort of circular walk, which is obviously 3 or 4 miles, a bit longer. Very nice. Should definitely be trying 1 or 2 of them out. Now there's a useful pile of bricks. Barbecues and fire pits. What a good idea, not seen that before. They're very dog friendly here, but obviously insist on the dogs being on leads, as you can see, for obvious reasons. But looks like plenty of paths and walkways to take your 4-legged friends if you have them. What a lovely evening sun, look at that. Got a little laundry there as well. We've got your what's your report then? Nice.
Yeah, very nice and clean.
Are they? Very nice too. Yeah. Little dishwash area. There's your recycling area. So really, everything you want. the little shower block in the distance. We've just come through the footpath gate and he directed us down the fields. Just see another little turnstile ahead. Keep following the smell of the sea. Mint sauce. Nicky's probably had way too many olives or something, so she's gone a bit doolally.
That's the chocolate I had earlier.
Oh yes, the chocolate. Oh, you had chocolate. Well, there's a surprise. I've never known you eat chocolate.
No, never.
No. What a lot of lambs. Welsh lamb. No, don't even think it. They're yomping around in the field, oblivious to everything. Don't even suggest Welsh lamb. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but that's the... Just come through a couple of 3 fields and then turn down the lane. So we're next to this car park. I'm just going to find our route now down to the beach. Apparently where we're heading popular with surfer dudes, so got some costs on the car park there. And then, yeah, sure enough, in the corner of the car park, onto the beach path. What a lovely drop down to the beach, isn't it? There we go, came down through that gap there from that little car park. There we go, there's the Welsh coast path disappearing off up there, and then back that way. Wow, and this one is the path that takes us down. Oof, look at that, just get a glimpse. Down this little path to the beach. Well, I'll tell you what, that's well busy. You wouldn't get a towel down anywhere there, would you? How on earth are we going to find a space on that beach? Ahoy there! Well, isn't that idyllic? Wow. Just beautiful. Only the sound of the sea lapping. It's actually a little bit later, it's about 20 to 8 in the evening. Mid-May. Beautiful. Well, we've got to do the water test. Is it warm? Oh, that's not bad, that. Oh yeah, that's almost no wetsuit. Not bad, stick your hand in. Is it a wetsuit or a non-wetsuit?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Leave these non-wetsuits to the youngsters, eh? Wow, that is just a beautiful bit of beach. Because of course you got to walk about 15 minutes, then it's just deserted. Neil, the warden at the camp, said that this one is generally you'll get it to yourself, or there might be the odd surfer around. That was the little path that we came down. Wow, a geologist's dream by the looks of it. Look at those formations. How many centuries, millennia, millions of years they've been lying there. outrageous, isn't it? 2 other people have been on our beach. Almost looks like it's been sculpted, doesn't it? Yeah. What a water feature. The power of nature. Right, now out of your essential items for your desert island, what's going to be your luxury item?
Oh, that's really easy.
Oh, luxury item.
Yeah, a tub of Haagen-Dazs Belgian ice cream.
Belgian chocolate. Well, yeah, but if we're on a tropical island, do you think, how's it? Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. So it'd be like milkshake, but would that still be it? Your luxury item for your desert island?
It probably would be, to be honest. I could probably keep it cool for a nanosecond in the water.
Yes, in fact, we've got couple of other people on the beach there. Just started a little fire for the evening.
It's so tranquil here, isn't it?
It is. Plenty of bits of...
What a little gem.
Plenty of bits of driftwood. Ready for an evening fire. How lovely.
Wow.
Such a peaceful spot though. No traffic noise, no nothing noise.
Sensational beach, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely lovely. Well, we've only been here about 3 hours. We've already found one perfect spot, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, as we climb our way back up, then very conveniently they've put a bench up here.
People mind the eating.
I know, yes. Let's sit you down on the bench. Look at that.
I love this because it's just so remote. Feels so remote.
It feels remote, doesn't it? Yeah. You could bring a picnic and a beach chair down here and disappear for the whole day without a care in the world. And its own inscription as well. Happy times, laughing times and bright sunny days. Absolutely. Lovely spot. And mountains in the distance there. That's where we pulled up at the gate first of all, just down there. And then we drove up here and left at the shower block. A few more seasonal tourists there. Overflow car park. Probably gets busy in the school holes time when the seasonals are all occupied. But the only thing overflowing at the moment are sheep. Wow, what a grand spot. Needs a bit of levelling, as you can see. The front wheels are up off the ground. But it's certainly coped with that okay. Peggy the scoot got here alright. I think we've almost cracked the simplest way to secure the handlebars in the grips. Everything seems to have survived, so that's a plus as well. Be out exploring on her tomorrow, have a recce, take the swimmers, and has been such an easy bit of kit to move around the trailer here. Really dead easy, and of course when Peggy's not on it then it's really light to push around, to stow away in the garage, and generally a really well put together bit of kit really. Proper bit of engineering, wasn't it? And the field next to us had a little bit of reseeding apparently, but that's ready for the busier time as well. Cool, imagine developing that building there with some glass on the upper level, with those views in the distance. Wow. And of course, those of you who know this part of the world might also know that Bear Grylls, none other than Bear Grylls, has his little homestead, for want of a better word, little island, his own personal island, just over the, just into the, off the coast here. And apparently he's there at the moment. But he'll probably be deep in disguise, so I'm sure we won't see him, but Yeah, nice to have a little island all to yourself, wouldn't it? And that is a pretty good view in the morning. Look at the sunshine out again today. Absolutely superb. Well, we've got to go for a little explore, I think. Nicky is getting kitted up, as I am, and we are getting Peggy ready. She's got everything stowed under the seat in the back, got the swimmers, throw them on our backs, got the quad lock on, really useful for the scooter that's been, little quad lock that fits on there and just takes the iPhone, USB charging for the maps. And it would be rude not to get out on the road, wouldn't it, and go and find a beach somewhere. Very rude not to. Well, how can you go wrong with a bit of a sausage and egg bap, bit of barrabrith, oh, bit of toast, batter, coffee, lovely little cafe stop just short of the beach, which is just up there. Predominantly Welsh language area of Wales. Absolutely lovely.
So we're at Aberdaron. Such a pretty little village with the sea just there.
Well, we parked the bike just over there, National Trust car park. So Aberdaron. What a lovely little stretch of beach. Well, definitely tough. Down on the beach, isn't it? Definitely tough. Along a bit further west from Aberdaron, and just to geographically locate you, we're right down the very end, towards the very end of the peninsula, and we've come to a beach here which is known as Hell's Mouth. In fact, there's a little bit there that tells you why it's called Hell's Mouth, as it's southwesterly facing, and the gales, Atlantic gales, full force. A little bit of history about a ship that was lost here. And then, good grief, very popular with surfers apparently, and I think they got enough warnings there, don't you? There's more warnings on there than you could shake a stick at.
Really, it should say beware of vloggers.
Everything, of absolutely everything.
Beware of vloggers with cameras.
Yes, absolutely everything. Popular surfers beach. Well, hello. What do you think of Hell's Mouth? Would you like to say anything for our viewers?
Yes.
No? Yes?
Could you just tell me how long you've lived here for, please?
Hello, you lot. What do you think of Hell's Mouth? Is it a very nice place to live?
No.
Ah, good day to you.
Yeah, so
Hello, you're lovely, aren't you? Yes, you're lovely.
I'm just interviewing you if you don't mind. What's the
No.
grass like here?
I don't think he wants to talk. Sheep and cows and green and fields and of course beaches. Well, that's another lovely beach. Wow, look at that. That's a big expanse of beach. Oh, I've had another hour sat on the beach. Tough these days, especially when you've got to fight for space, like we've clearly got to have here. Lucky to get an extra space for our chair. So, the end of the day, of course it is. It's a bit of Yorkshire tea. Anyway, what do we think was the highlight?
Well, all of the peninsula really. It's just so beautiful.
Isn't it? Yeah,
so
beach hopping.
Beach hopping we've done today. I really enjoyed it. Bit of a nip in the air. I was hoping to go for a swim. But it's just a little bit too cold for me.
Are you trying to say you wimped out, are you?
I did. I might try tomorrow because it's not going to be so windy.
Yes, definitely.
So, you have to watch this space as to whether I brave it or not.
And I wimped out as well, of course, yes.
Yeah.
No, it was very nice. It was very nice. But it was a northerly, almost directly northerly wind. So despite this wall-to-wall sunshine, it was still a tiny bit nippy, particularly if you were getting out of the water, but it still doesn't take away from that. View is still absolutely stunning, and Peggy has now gone over that side of the van because she wanted to see the view as well, so she's going to enjoy that too. Well, another wall-to-wall sunshine day. Isn't it just incredible? Less wind today. It's almost like glass down on the water there first thing this morning. Such a little breeze. Peggy's getting loaded up because of course we're going out with the beach chairs, because it would be very rude not to go and find some more beaches to sit on. Bit of snacking, bit of coffeeing, and a bit more of the Llyn Peninsular, North Wales. Stunning. So we've come north again. We're going to try and find the Betws-Y-Coed, which you can park in the golf club here, the car park, for about a £5 all day, so that's pretty reasonable. And look at that, what a space for a golf course, eh? God, makes me want to bring my clubs back up next time we come. But you can just see peeping out from the middle down there. That's the down in the harbour there. So it's only pedestrian access now from now on, right down to that little settlement in the distance. Looks absolutely stunning, as does the golf, to be fair, being a golfing person myself. And it looks like the peninsula that we've walked down to was once a fort settlement. Yeah. But that is a serious spot for some golf. Although, to be fair, if you're anything but straight, you're in the drink. Just stunning, that is. And it's about 10-15 minutes from that car park, and then you get to this. It's National Trust property, but wow, look at this. So you drop down from the golf course straight down onto the, literally onto the beach. And there we go, the Teak Inn. Wow. Wow, isn't that something? Good grief.
Wow.
It's a Saturday, so needless to say, it looks like everybody's out playing. And why wouldn't you, eh? Look at those mountains in the distance as well. What a setting. Right, let's get down on that beach. Wow. I think there's some toilets here at the beach as well. Obviously there's some in the pub as well, but crikey, you wouldn't believe that less than 30 metres away was that golf course when you walk onto the sand here. You could be somewhere down in the Med with the Alps in the background. That is absolutely amazing. What a place. Our first time on this peninsula, let alone this marvellous spot. Well, now that is a place, isn't it?
It is. And the pub down there does some really good grub.
Yes,
Good
just
pub grub.
that's where we were, just down the bottom there for some grub, wasn't it? Absolutely yummy.
Really nice. I mean, what a spot. And it's quite sheltered.
Yeah.
And obviously loads of people coming in on their boats as well.
Yes, yeah, see them all dotted around down there. Paddle boards, you name it, yeah. Saturday's definitely play day.
Look at the colour of that
It's
water.
stunning, isn't it? So clear. And the splendour of the RNLI station here as well, on the end, right on the end of the peninsula. And it's got its own little beach. And the little walkway you can see over there to the right, that's the way to get back towards the pub that we just came from. Lovely little sheltered spot. And you can follow the little path down right by the shore side as well, past that white house and on towards the lifeboat station where we've come from. It's a lovely little walk down the side of the cliff. Jet skiers playtime visible with their stereo. Well, we came down through a farmyard right back there, gravel track. There's actually a ticket machine in the farmyard itself, which was very random, and it cost all of £2 to park here. We're down at Portlago, another beach on the coastline here. Looks like they've got a little snack and coffee stop with it. It's all a private road down to here, obviously owned by the farm, but it was billed as a very sheltered beach, and looking at the horseshoe of rock around it there, I suspect it will be once we're down off the top here. But you can see it's pretty popular, and there was a moho over there. There's a caravan site over the back of this car park. Just another amazing little find. It was about half a mile of gravel farm track to get to the farmyard, and then on down here. It most definitely won't be the last time we come here. Look at that. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Right, time to get down there. That is spectacular. So sheltered down in the dip here, bit of wind on the top there. At the car park back there. You could be on the Med, you really could today, with beaches like this. Somewhere down on one of our Croatian trips, one of those beaches and inlets. But it's North Wales. Look like you're in your element there.
Oh, I certainly am. I mean, you can't get any more picturesque than this, can you, really?
No, no. That is quite something. Well, sadly, it is time to leave that amazing view. After 3 fabulous nights here on the site, those showers, the water pressure there would blow you back out the shower. Absolutely fantastic. Plenty of hot water, despite there being quite a few people on site over the weekend. Absolutely fantastic. So Peggy is now re-stowed. She's certainly done some miles around the Llyn Peninsula in the last 3 days, which has been absolutely great. Fantastic time indeed. Well, Cim, not Sim, Cim Farm.
Yeah.
What do we think of that? Apologies for the pronunciation.
Absolutely, yes, indeed. Lovely, absolutely lovely.
It was.
Positioned on top of a hill overlooking the coast and the sea. It's just beautiful. Yeah.
Some of those views, weren't they? And those views from the air. I mean, that gives you a really good idea of how we were right out on the end of that peninsula. Just so beautiful, so beautiful there. A big shout out, of course, to Neil and Dawn, who were absolutely fabulous hosts there, who will be, if you head off to Cim Farm, then they will be your hosts and we'll meet and greet you there. They were absolutely brilliant. So our sincere thanks to both of them for such a warm welcome.
Yeah, I mean, the pitches are fabulous. They're open. You know, everything's very open there, so you get some lovely views, and the facilities absolutely immaculate. Couldn't fault them. Yeah, it was just a perfect location really as well for getting around the Llyn Peninsula. But if you haven't got additional transport like we have, then everything's pretty accessible. There's a bus stop close by, I noticed, and the main town, is it Abersoch? I'm going to mispronounce it, I know. Is beautiful, and that's just on your doorstep. And of course there's loads of beaches, loads of walks. I mean, the Llyn Peninsula actually, I think, is quite it's a bit of a hidden gem, really, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Unless you've been there, or unless somebody's recommended it to you, I wouldn't ordinarily have thought to go there, because when you think of North Wales, you think of the Snowdonia National Park, and of course that is beautiful. And we've been there many times, but never been over to the peninsula, so thoroughly recommend it. It's quite hilly, mountainous, so there's a lot of interest there. The beaches are stunning, the water's turquoise. Yeah, people are very friendly. There's lots of cafes. There's loads of campsites to pitch up on. I think you'd have quite. If you started searching, you'd have quite a choice.
Yeah, we found Cim Farm on PitchUp, and obviously PitchUp, Park for Night. Caravan Camping Club. You name them. They've all got some lovely stopovers on this beautiful peninsula. Yeah, so, well, it's been lovely to be back. We're back on the road. Our apologies again for a bit of a gap while we sorted a few things out domestically, but we're sort of getting there, and hopefully a few more breakaways in the UK. So it was really good to be back on the road and have you along with us. Yeah,
definitely. We've definitely got some more trips planned very soon. It's just as and when we can take them. Unfortunately, my mum's a bit poorly at the moment, and that's why we've not been able to get abroad, but we are trying to get away for little trips here and there.
Yeah, we are indeed, and we will. So take care, guys, and safe travels, and see you on the road. See you guys.
Bye now.
Bye now.